You won't regret the coffee. You won't regret the new shoes, or that night out, or even the fifth streaming subscription. But you will regret what they cost, because while you're spending $5 here, $100 there, you could have been stacking 1 million sats, the hardest, scarcest money ever created. And in 10 years, that small stack could be the difference between surviving the storm or begging for a bailout. Now, this video isn't about how much Bitcoin you need, it's about what happens when you ignore the smallest unit that might one day save your financial life. Because the biggest regrets in the next decade won't come from people who bought Bitcoin, they'll come from those who didn't, because they thought it wasn't enough. See, imagine it's 2010. Bitcoin's $1. You skip it, you buy a pizza. Then that pizza, well, it's gone in 20 minutes. Now that $10 could have been worth 10 million today. Now fast forward, it's 2035. Fiat is failing, banks are freezing, and assets are crumbling. And 1 million sats, that $1,000 you ignored in 2025, now buys you what a year's salary used to. Too late to go back, too late to stack, and regret, well, has no undo button. So let's go ahead and talk numbers. 1 Bitcoin, that equals 100 million Satoshis. So 1 million sats equals 0.01 worth of Bitcoin. Now today, that costs around $1,000, give or take. But here's what most people forget. Bitcoin is capped. Fiat is infinite. And those 1 million sats, well, there are only 2.1 billion possible slices of that size, and for 8 billion people. Now, that means only 1 in 4 humans could ever own that much. But that's if it's evenly distributed. But it's not, because institutions are buying, governments are waking up, and Wall Street's building ETFs faster than you're building savings. And while you're waiting for the right time, the supply is disappearing. See, if Bitcoin hits $1 million, a target that's not fantasy, but math, well, 1 million sats equals $10,000. At $10 million per coin, those 1 million sats equals $100,000. So let me ask you this. Would you trade that $5 coffee today for a shot at a down payment tomorrow? Would you trade one weekend's dopamine for a decade of sovereignty? See, most won't. Most will just scroll past, and most will regret it. But here's what most people don't understand. Regret doesn't come from not knowing, it comes from knowing and not doing nothing. Now, the signs are here, the warnings are loud, the math is public. But when the next crisis hits, there will be 2 kinds of people. Those holding digital lifeboats and those begging to board. And 1 million Satoshis, well, that might be your ticket out of the flood, but only if you stack now. Now, if this hits you like it should, then good. That means you're awake, and if you're awake, it's time to act. So, stack what you can. $5, $50, $500, it all counts. Because 1 million sats isn't about being rich, it's about not being wiped out. So, go ahead and subscribe right now, because not for hype, but for weekly clarity, conviction, and strategy. Now, we're not chasing coins, we're stacking sovereignty. And every sat you stack, well, is one less regret you'll carry later. Now, if you want to go deeper into this, my ebook Orange Pilled is linked down below, and it's the wake-up call they never wanted you to read. Now, I do also have to chuck this disclaimer in here as well, and I highly suggest just pausing the video and having a little read. Now, if you've made it this far, and if you're looking for something else to watch, then click right here and have a watch of this.